Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, friends. Welcome back to the Football Gupshup Watchalong transmission of Liverpool against Crystal Palace. And I'm going to go through the team lineups. We're going to go with Liverpool first. Allison, Alexander Arnold, Phillips, Van Dijk, Robertson, Elliott, Fabinho, Milner, Salah, Nunes, and Diaz. So Darwin is starting up front for Liverpool. And there has been some issue regarding basically Liverpool don't have those many defenders, and right now it seems that Van Dijk will have Phillips with him. Now we are also going to go through Crystal Palace lineup: Guaita, Klein, Ward, Anderson, Guehi, Mitchell, Eze, Decore, Schlupp, Zaha, and Jordan Ayew. Now the key over here with Patrick Vieira is that what will he do in regards to Crystal Palace season? Apparently he will have to see what can he do in terms of getting good results. Liverpool is going to be a tough test. We do know that Liverpool are going to be a very strong opposition. So we will see how this one goes through. So hopefully you guys will be tuning in with Football Gupshup throughout the whole match. Please do subscribe as well as press that like button. If you have any suggestions, you can put in the comment section or you can mention it in the chat box over there. I'm just going to put on the timer over here for you guys so that you guys would know what is going on. And if you can bear with me for a second, timer is going to be in front of your screens. Patrick Vieira and Jurgen Klopp sitting in their seats over there, and most probably they will be getting up and giving instructions to their players. Crystal Palace is gonna be doing the first half kickoff. Wilfred Zaha on the ball, wearing the white kit. Crystal Palace are wearing the white kit, whereas the likes of Liverpool wearing their red. And let's see goes on. So the timer is going to be coming in front of your screen over there. Just bear with me. And there it is. So if you guys can please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to grow Football Gupshup on YouTube platform. Please do subscribe. We do all kind of football content. We do transfer news as well. Right now Liverpool have the ball, and we can see that apparently Liverpool are short of midfielders as well. There is a debate going on that should Liverpool go and buy out a new midfielder. We do know that Jude Bellingham is one of the names which has been mentioned alongside Barella from Inter Milan. The cross comes in to Darwin Nunes, but there was an excellent block by the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. There was a rebound. Then Milner took the shot, but the ball goes up into the crowd, and Liverpool looking dangerous right over there. Darwin Nunes raising his hand to Alexander Arnold for finding him out. And that was a good chance for Darwin Nunes, but excellent goalkeeping by the Crystal Palace goalkeeper Guaita. So let's see what happens. I think Liverpool will try their best to get an early goal and try to create this pressure on Crystal Palace. So guys, do you think that will Liverpool sign a midfielder? I'm just going to put out a poll right now, and I would want you guys to please give in your votes. So I'm going to put on the names of the midfielders over there, so you guys can kind of give in your votes and let us know what you guys think. Who should Liverpool sign as their new midfielder? And there is an injury right now with the Crystal Palace goalkeeper at this moment. The doctors are onto the pitch. He has an injury to his calf and they are taping it around, and it seems to be something wrong with his movement. He's feeling a little bit pain and the doctors are treating him at this moment. That is why the game has stopped right now. So, guys, please do give in your opinion. Who do you think Liverpool should sign? Right now, the game is restarted, and Jordan Ayew trying to chase the ball. So far, he doesn't get it, and the ball goes out for a Liverpool throw in. Robertson has the ball, about to make that throw in, gives it to Fabinho. Fabinho is taking the ball forward. He has Alexander Arnold and Salah on his right flank. Salah gets the ball, puts a cross in, and the goalkeeper collects it again. So, a very good chance over there. So, let's see what happens. So there you go, guys. The question is up there in the poll. If you can please give in your answers, which midfielder do you think should Jurgen Klopp sign? Please do give in your votes. And guys, keep it realistic. Like, do you think that you can get Jude Bellingham this season? Then do vote for Jude Bellingham. And if you think that you can't get Jude Bellingham this season, then do not vote for Jude Bellingham. But we are looking for the midfielder which you think realistically Liverpool can get this transfer window. I've included the name, but keep that in mind because I'm sure that Dortmund would want more than 100 million, and I'm not so sure that Liverpool would be willing to do that. Right now, Liverpool again with another wave of attack, but Crystal Palace are dropping in deep, trying to defend with the low block, and you can see the wingers of Liverpool, such as Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah, have to come inside because due to the fact that James Milner is isolated over there, so is going to be a lot of work for Robertson as well as Alexander Arnold because they will have to be on the wings over there. Right now, Liverpool again restarting the play. Robertson trying to pull the pass forward, but Crystal Palace with an important interception. And right now, you can see that Virgil van Dijk hasn't got Matip alongside him, and as well as Konate. So right now, Anderson is trying his best to loop the ball forward, but nobody gets to it. So it's going to be another throw in for Liverpool. Darwin Nunes comes in deep to help out his teammates. Robertson putting the ball out, but right now Eze coming to chase the ball. Alexander Arnold gets the ball right now, pushes it forward towards Salah. Salah with an excellent control, but loses the ball. Mitchell takes it away from him. Mitchell passing it towards Wilfred Zaha, and Wilfred Zaha has been fouled, but referee gives nothing right now. James Milner gets the ball, pushing out forward towards Darwin Nunes. Darwin Nunes bringing the ball down, right outside the box, looking for an option, puts in across towards Salah. Salah gets the ball at the edge of the box on the right side, and still keeping the ball, and tries to find for an option, but is being intercepted by Crystal Palace, who again put the ball forward, but Virgil van Dijk recovers it, gives it to Fabinho. Fabinho pushes it back to Van Dijk. Right now, Fabinho has the ball, giving it towards Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah passes it to Alexander Arnold. That's a brilliant ball, but the ball goes out. Salah couldn't get to it, and Liverpool are right now on top of Crystal Palace at this moment. Guys, if you can please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to grow the platform over here. Please do subscribe. I'm looking for your guys' support. It will be really lovely if you guys can subscribe and support Football Gupshup. We are trying to get to 1100 mark. We need 7 more subscribers. So if you can please be kind enough to subscribe to the channel. Right now, the ball comes to Robertson, who has the ball with him. And it's going to be a long day for Crystal Palace because they won't get much of that ball. But right now, you can see that Liverpool have that pressure, that constant pressure for the last 8 minutes. And Salah wasn't able to control it. And a chance for Elliott. That's a pretty good chance. And the ball is still with Alexander Arnold. Puts the ball in to Darwin Nunes. and he misses the chance. It goes over the bar. There was nobody with him. He had all the time in this world, and all he had to do was place it. And he just only had the goalkeeper in front of him, but he pushes the ball upward towards the crowd. That was a wild shot from Darwin Nunes, and I think he should have done better with that shot over there. Alexander Arnold with the brilliant ball, finding Darwin Nunes, and Darwin Nunes should have done better over there, but trying to take that volley shot, but that was a bad technique from him. I think he should have been a little bit calmer in terms of taking that shot. Again, Wilfred Zaha tries to control but isn't able to do so. Alexander Arnold gets the ball, pushes it forward towards Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz tries to control it, but he wins the corner kick in doing that. So right now it's looking Liverpool all over on Crystal Palace for the last 9 minutes. Let's see what will happen going further. Right now, Robertson again with a corner kick, and Alexander Arnold pushing it to James Milner. Milner pushing it towards Robertson. Robertson to Luis Diaz. Comes to Robertson. Back to Elliott. Elliott brings it in towards Fabinho. Fabinho with a cross. Headed out by Guehi. Right now, Crystal Palace under a lot of pressure from Liverpool. And all you can say that if the possession stat does come up, I'm sure that it's going to be 85% Liverpool, whereas Liverpool will have least number of shots in terms of comparative to that possession stat because they haven't taken any clinical shots. So right now possession stat does come up and it is a little bit under 80, and that's what the story is right now for Crystal Palace. They will have to sustain this pressure in terms of not making any error. Right now Wilfred Zaha is on the flank running with the ball. He has Mitchell coming from his outside, but important interception by Liverpool, pushing it towards Darwin Nunes, gives it to Salah. That was a brilliant ball by Darwin Nunes. Salah trying to find Luis Diaz. That was a brilliant piece of skill by Diaz controlling the ball. Right now, he has Robertson in front of him. Luis Diaz comes inside. He has James Milner on his outside. James Milner puts it in towards Van Dijk. Van Dijk gets the ball towards Fabinho. And right now, Crystal Palace go back into their own half. You can see the likes of Jordan Ayew almost tugging inside the midfield. Wilfred Zaha is alone up front, and this is the fourth time that Wilfred Zaha isn't able to keep control of the ball. As soon as he gets the ball, Virgil van Dijk is on the case, and Robertson passing it inside towards Milner. Milner giving it to Robertson. Robertson pushing the ball towards Darwin Nunes, but Anderson has blocked him. Right now, ball comes to Guaita, the Crystal Palace goalkeeper, and pushes it towards Eze, but headed down by Arnold, giving it to Fabinho. Fabinho to Milner. Milner to Elliott. Fabinho. Fabinho pushes it out towards Salah on the right. Salah has the ball, tries to find Milner. Milner isn't able to control it. The ball goes out for Crystal Palace goal kick. So right now, it seems that Liverpool are trying their pretty best. Liverpool with another throw in. This time Robertson puts it in towards Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk gives the ball forward. Right now, you can see that Liverpool have got more of the ball. Crystal Palace just trying to close them down. So far, they haven't been able to take the control of the ball, even on the counter attack. It's Liverpool who are pretty good in terms of recovering the ball. And so far, you can see that Liverpool will be the ones who will get this to the score sheet first. Uh, the ball has been arriving inside the box so far. There haven't been any clinical shots taken either from Mohamed Salah or Luis Diaz or Darwin Nunes. Again, ball comes into the Liverpool's box and Crystal Palace are playing it long. It's a big, big test today for Phillips, and let's see if he'll be able to do better today. Right now, Fabinho has the ball, passing it back. Right now, Darwin Nunes is trying to chase for the ball, puts the ball inside the box, trying to find Luis Diaz, but the goalkeeper collects it. So that's the end of it. Right now, Virgil van Dijk gets to the ball, passes it to Phillips. Phillips giving it to Fabinho. Fabinho trying to find Mohamed Salah, but Salah was tugging inside. He should have been a little bit wide, but right now ball comes back to Virgil van Dijk trying to find Robertson. Robertson has Luis Diaz with him, gives it to him. Luis Diaz running inside, again passing it back to Van Dijk. Crystal Palace right now trying to make things not so good for Liverpool. Ward is trying to chase down Luis Diaz, and Robertson is trying his best to come to forward as much as he can. The ball has been put long, and Phillips pushes the ball forward, and that's a dangerous play by James Milner, but the referee says play on. Virgil van Dijk pushes it to Fabinho. Fabinho pushes it towards Alexander Arnold. Alexander Arnold comes inside, gives it back to Fabinho. Fabinho back to Phillips. Phillips to Alexander Arnold. Alexander Arnold has the ball with him, gives it to James Milner. Milner gives it to Elliott. Elliott to James Milner. James Milner pushes it forward towards Robertson. He's inside and isn't able to get a shot. Luis Diaz controls the ball again, tries to take the shot, and the goalkeeper collects it. That was brilliant piece of skill by Luis Diaz, and Robertson trying to be that danger man. He was running towards the box. A brilliant vision by. Was he in an offside position? It looks like he was slightly, but I think he was onside. Didn't look offside to me, but he was onside. And Luis Diaz with another excellent piece of skill. Right now, he's still running with the ball. Falls down, but referee gives nothing. Eze has the ball with him, tries to find Wilfried Zaha on the outside, but Phillips reads it pretty well, gives it back to Allison. Allison giving it to Robertson onto the left. Now he pushes it back towards Fabinho. Fabinho trying to see Alexander Arnold on the right. Mohamed Salah again trying to make that run, but Alexander Arnold passes it to Elliott. Elliott to Virgil van Dijk. Gives it to Robertson on the left. Passing it to Luis Diaz. Crystal Palace pushing the ball out towards Wilfried Zaha. Wilfried Zaha finds Eze. Eze has a chance. He's still running. Tries to take the shot. Brilliant block by Allison. Crystal Palace with a chance there, but the referee has raised the flag. It was an offside. So Eze coming close, but that was a pretty neat piece of play by Crystal Palace. But I think Wilfried Zaha was a little bit late in terms of passing to Eze, but Eze should have done better over there in terms of finishing. And right now, 18 minutes have gone, and Liverpool nil, Crystal Palace nil. Comes to Alexander Arnold, passing it to Fabinho. Fabinho passing it to Phillips, passing it to Milner. Milner loses the ball away. Right now, Crystal Palace trying to get control of it. Again, they lose the ball. Right now, Virgil van Dijk passes it to Allison. Allison back to Van Dijk to Fabinho. Fabinho to Phillips. So Liverpool giving the ball to Robertson, but the ball goes out right now. Ward has been getting a little bit tough time from Luis Diaz as well as Robertson, and it seems that it's too much in terms of that threat. 6 attempts so far by Liverpool. Crystal Palace have got 0 attempts, and Liverpool have just got one shot on target. So that tells you all that Liverpool have got all that possession, but so far, in terms of clinical finishing, there has been no such thing because they have been trying to fire shots, and all of them were wide. And I don't think Segueta has been challenged so far. So Liverpool have to be a little bit disciplined in terms of taking those shots. Virgil van Dijk passing it to Phillips. Phillips trying to look ahead, finds Alexander Arnold. Arnold Fabinho back to Phillips. So right now you can see the formation of Crystal Palace. It seems that it's a 1-4-5 formation, and you can see that up front is only just Wilfred Zaha. Fabinho has the ball. He passes it to Elliot. Elliot trying to go onto the right but doesn't find any option. Gives it to Fabinho. Fabinho finds Robertson on the left. Robertson looking for an option. Gives it to Luis Diaz inside. Luis Diaz passes to Fabinho. Fabinho to Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk passing it to Phillips. Now Alexander Arnold and Salah are right now building this attack, and Salah crosses the ball in. Crystal Palace clear it. The ball is still with Liverpool, and Alexander Arnold puts a cross in to Robertson. Darwin Nunes tries to come for the shot, but it was Jordan Ayew who clears the ball away. That was brilliant defending by Jordan Ayew. He knew that Darwin Nunes would have got that shot quite easily, and he simply rushed to it and cleared the ball away. A throw in. Right now, Liverpool have the ball. Luis Diaz coming inside, trying to find Darwin Nunes. Darwin Nunes finds Mohamed Salah, comes inside the box. What can he do? Gives it to Alexander Arnold, tries to put it a shot, and blocked by Crystal Palace, headed down by Ward. Comes to Robertson, to Elliot. Elliot towards Fabinho, but Eze intercepts, comes to Wilfred Zaha. Elliot intercepts it, gives it to Phillips. Phillips to Alexander Arnold. Arnold with a cross, played away by Anderson. The ball goes out for Liverpool throw in. Alexander Arnold right now looking pretty good in terms of giving those crosses. Elliot gets the ball, gives it to Fabinho. Fabinho looking for an option, gives it to Elliot. Elliot does have an option of Alexander Arnold on the right. He finds James Milner inside, gives it to Alexander Arnold. Salah has a chance, takes a shot, goes off wide. That was a pretty good chance for Liverpool. Salah almost coming close to score over there, and that was a pretty good chance for Liverpool. Right now, Liverpool are trying to string some of the passes, and right now, Crystal Palace still not getting close to the ball. Right now, it's Liverpool who are trying to go again with chance again, but this time Patrick Vieira, you can see he's quite worried. He knows that Liverpool are getting closer and closer, looking for some kind of option. So far, he hasn't been able to do so. Right now, Liverpool are onto the ball. Fabinho passing the ball forward. Salah tries to bring the ball in. Salah crosses it and tries to find James Milner. He heads it, but the goalkeeper comes out and collects it. So 25 minutes almost coming to an end. Right now, at this moment, Liverpool have got more of the possession, but they haven't been clinical in terms of making those shots. Crystal Palace pushing the ball outwards, but Wilfred Zaha still isn't able to get to the end of the ball. Liverpool passing it to Fabinho. Fabinho finding Robertson. Robertson back to Fabinho. Luis Diaz wins the ball. Crystal Palace were trying to intercept it, but the referee has given a free kick to Luis Diaz. Liverpool take the free kick. James Milner passes the ball towards Salah. Salah tries to find Elliott, but Crystal Palace with an interception, but Elliott wins the ball back again. Elliott pushes the ball towards Robertson on the left. Robertson comes inside, gets the ball towards Fabinho. Fabinho trying to find Salah on to the right flank. James Milner trying to come inside, but Eze wins the ball. And Crystal Palace again trying to put the ball forward towards Zaha, loses the ball. While doing that, Darwin Nunes gets the ball right now, has been fouled, and he wins a free kick. Schlupp is the one who made that foul right now. Ball comes to James Milner. James Milner finding Elliott. Comes to Darwin Nunes. Gives it to Elliott. And Crystal Palace again with that important clearance. And Liverpool have been pretty good in terms of possession, but haven't been able to break down Crystal Palace's defense. And you can see that Crystal Palace know that Liverpool have that kind of threat where they can score a goal. So far, it seems that Liverpool are more leaning towards Darwin Nunes and Salah, and so far those two haven't been able to get close other than Salah's shot. And Darwin Nunes should have done better with his chance, but I think Salah would have been much better in terms of a good chance. I think he should have scored that one. Right now, you can see Phillips trying to chase the ball. He has Wilfred Zaha with him and isn't able to do so. Wilfred Zaha with impressive pressing right there. And this is the first mistake that Phillips has done. So right now, Crystal Palace with the ball. Eze gets the ball, gives it to Wilfred Zaha. Back to Eze. Eze finds Klein. Klein with the cross. Fabinho tries to clear it, giving it to Allison. Allison tries to put it front, which is outside of the boot. Anderson recovers the ball. In the meantime, Darwin Nunes challenges him, and Anderson is down. Free kick to Crystal Palace. So Liverpool are quite frustrated with Crystal Palace over here. You can see that they are trying their pretty best to get something in terms of taking a shot at goal. So far, Crystal Palace has frustrated them at 30 minutes into the game. You can say that Liverpool are trying their pretty best. Right now, free kick to Crystal Palace. Let's see what can Eze do over here. Where will he put the ball? He puts it towards Mitchell onto the left. Mitchell puts the ball inside the box towards Guehi. And Phillips clear the ball away. Alexander Arnold heads it down. Almost Darwin Nunes was on the run, but luckily Crystal Palace got saved by Mitchell, and right now Robertson gets the ball from Allison. Elliot finds Alexander Arnold in the middle. Alexander Arnold has got Salah with a header straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Second time, Mohamed Salah coming close again. Brilliant ball by Alexander Arnold, reading the situation, knew that Salah would make that important run. And, you know, Alexander Arnold wasn't even looking. Like the chemistry between Salah and Alexander Arnold is just so impressive that, he wasn't even looking. That was so brilliant. Right now, it's looking right now. The win probability is Liverpool 62%. The draw is 26%, and Crystal Palace have got a 12% of winning probability. I think it will be a Liverpool win. I think Liverpool are just coming closer and closer. It's just about that first goal. The first goal is always harder because you know that a team who is going to sit in their own half, in their own box, is going to be quite difficult because Patrick Vieira has really improved the defense of Crystal Palace, and it's going to take a lot in terms of breaking them down. Right now, Phillips gets the ball, passes it to Salah, finds Elliot. Salah gets the ball back again, trying to put it over, finding Darwin Nunes. And Crystal Palace with the clearance. Salah collects it, tries to push it forward by giving it to Fabinho. Fabinho pushes the ball forward. Crystal Palace intercept. Right now, Crystal Palace trying to run away with the ball, but James Milner recovers it and gives it to Elliot. Elliot has the ball, giving it to Alexander Arnold. Back to Elliot. Elliot looking for an option, finds Phillips. Phillips pushing it forward towards Fabinho. Fabinho running with the ball, gets the ball towards Diaz. He has Robertson on his left, and Robertson passes it back to Van Dijk, gives it to Fabinho. Fabinho to Phillips. Phillips right now running with the ball. He has the likes of Alexander Arnold as well as Salah. Salah pushing the ball towards Elliot, who's on the right side of the pitch, gives the ball in towards Salah. Salah still running with the ball. Brilliant control. And Darwin Nunes almost on it, but ball comes to Guetta. He was quick and gave the ball away to Eze. Eze passes the ball. Wilfred Zaha beats his man. He has a chance, takes a shot, and scores a goal. Crystal Palace have taken the lead. It wasn't an offside, it was onside, and Crystal Palace have taken the lead. Wilfred Zaha with a brilliant finishing over there. He gets this chance, beats his last man. Phillips couldn't do anything over there, as well as Van Dijk, and he scores the goal right now. So it is Crystal Palace who have taken the lead against Liverpool. That was a brilliant ball by Eze. Wilfred Zaha cunningly gets and beats that offside, comes close to Phillips and runs away. And Van Dijk just went in, but Wilfred Zaha has released the shot. He couldn't do anything over there, and Allison is beaten. So there you go, guys. Liverpool conceding first, and Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 0. So there are drinks break, and you can see right now is basically where he was getting the treatment, and Klopp is instructing his players right now. So is Patrick Vieira. So right now it's Liverpool who have got 11 attempts. Crystal Palace have scored the goal with their first attempt. 11 attempts for Liverpool. The game has restarted. Fabinho on the ball, passing it to Phillips. Phillips passing it to Alexander Arnold, trying to find Darwin Nunes. He gets the ball. He has taken the shot. It goes off wide. And 35 minutes already gone. So right now, Liverpool restarting the play. The ball goes out, and Van Dijk back to Allison. Allison to Fabinho. Fabinho has got Luis Diaz, but Crystal Palace intercept. Jordan Ayew controls the ball, pushes it towards Klein onto the right flank. He tries to find Wilfred Zaha, but James Milner intercepted, and Jordan Ayew recovers the ball, being brought down. And Liverpool are trying to get the ball away. They win the ball, comes to Allison. Allison to Phillips. The win probability for Liverpool has gone down to 36%, and Crystal Palace have got a quite reasonable draw percentage up, which is 30%. Right now, Salah passing it to Alexander Arnold. Alexander Arnold trying to take the shot. Crystal Palace blocking it again. And Crystal Palace have been superb in terms of defending, trying to push the ball out. And Liverpool again keeping possession of the ball. Luis Diaz gets the ball onto his left foot, gives the ball inside towards Fabinho. Fabinho passing it back to Phillips. Phillips goes ahead of the pitch, tries to find Elliott. Comes to Phillips. Phillips trying to find Milner, but Eze again recovering the ball, pushing out towards outside. Zaha gets to the end of the ball. He has got Phillips this time again. Zaha gets away from him, gives the ball to Decore, and he takes a shot, but the ball goes up into the crowd. So 37 minutes have gone. Patrick Vieira is looking quite concentrated, looking at the positions of his players. Brilliant ball again, this time to Crystal Palace, finding Wilfred Zaha, takes a shot straight into the hands of Allison. I've been pretty impressed with Patrick Vieira's tactics. He's so good in terms of getting his team play with this intensive pressure. Uh, the key factor over here is that his players are willing to understand what he wants from them in terms of, so far it's like 40 minutes have gone and Crystal Palace have got less and less percentage of possession, and Crystal Palace have been so good in terms of other department that they are defending so good right now. Liverpool haven't been able to break them down. Ball comes inside the box, trying to find Darwin Nunes, but goalkeeper collects it. Alexander Arnold gets to the end of the ball, and right now Guehi has it, finds Eze on his left. Eze again putting it towards Schlupp. Mitchell trying to find Zaha, puts the ball forward, but comes to Allison. Allison passes it to Fabinho. Fabinho passing it to Robertson onto the left. What can Liverpool do over here? Will they get an equalizer? It's just 6 minutes remaining before this first half finishes. They need to get this equalizer. So far, they haven't been able to do so. I think Liverpool will have to get this goal before they go into the half time team talk, because right now it's looking that Crystal Palace are not gonna give them any kind of space, and Liverpool will have to be really, really focused over here. You can see Jurgen Klopp standing on the sideline, deep into his thoughts. What can he do right now? And Luis Diaz keeping control of the ball, finding Robertson on the left. Back to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz again trying to chase Wilfred Zaha. Wilfred Zaha has to stop the play, and it's Luis Diaz who has been issued a yellow card for throwing a player onto the ground, and he holds the shirt of Jordan Ayew. So he's being penalized and he earns a yellow card in the 40th minute. Right now, Liverpool coming back into their own half. Crystal Palace trying to retake the possession. Another brilliant ball. Zaha takes the ball, and Alisson with an important save. Crystal Palace win the corner kick. That was the best ball that I've seen this season, and that was a brilliant pass to Wilfred Zaha. Wilfred Zaha should have done better. That was a brilliant ball by Crystal Palace's player, and it seems that Wilfred Zaha misses the best chance. And that pass, you need to see this pass. This was just as beautiful as it gets. And Liverpool were lucky over there that they've got Alisson in the goal. He was just brilliant, and he understood the situation. He read the situation pretty good in advance, and he came out and he knew that what would Wilfred Zaha do. So Alisson again being brilliant over there. And right now you can see Liverpool again trying to break down Crystal Palace. Alisson gets the ball back, intercepted by Crystal Palace. They put it long, and Alisson comes out and collects it, pushes the ball towards Alexander Arnold, gives it to James Milner. Back to Phillips. Phillips looking for an option, finds Milner. Milner puts a cross in, trying to find Darwin Nunes. Anderson reading the situation, clears the ball away. Milner again trying his best to win the ball, but the ball goes out and it's going to be a Liverpool throw in. Guys, please, if you can subscribe to the channel, we are trying to grow Football Gupshup on YouTube. It'll be really kind and humble of you guys that if you can subscribe. We do all kind of football content, transfer stories, you name it, watch along with all of the leagues as well as Champions League and Europa League. Please, please do subscribe and support Football Gupshup. Right now, Alexander Arnold passing it to Fabinho. Fabinho back to Phillips. And we just have like around 3 minutes before this first half time finishes. We will definitely get some stoppage time. So you could say around 5 minutes. And it's going to be a goal kick for Crystal Palace. Guehi trying to close down Salah. Salah wasn't able to keep the ball in. And we are into the last 3 minutes of the first half. Liverpool really need to find an equalizer. Otherwise, once they go into the halftime team talk, they're going to be under pressure. I think the equalizer will kind of make things equal, and you can see the Liverpool fans are a little bit nervous because so far they haven't been able to get that goal. 11 attempts so far. Again, Jordan Ayew gets the ball, trying to find Wilfred Zaha. Brilliant defending by Phillips. He read the situation. He heads the ball towards Alisson. Alisson gives it to Fabinho. Fabinho to Robertson. Robertson has Alexander Arnold on the right. Let's see if Salah can make that run. He does. Brilliant ball by Alexander Arnold. Puts a cross in and headed by Elliott straight into the hands of goalkeeper. Goalkeeper couldn't keep it, and they lose the ball. It's going to be a corner kick for Liverpool. That was a brilliant pass by Alexander Arnold. Reads the Salah's run quite accurately, and Elliott should have done better in terms of angling, because he just angled it towards the goalkeeper. He should angle it towards the far post. Right now, Van Dijk waiting inside the box for that corner kick. Comes inside, Schlupp heads it out. Elliott recovers it, gives it to Robertson. Milner, Elliott, and Robertson at the back, pushing the ball out towards Fabinho. Fabinho gives it back to Allison. Allison gives it to Robertson. Robertson running with the ball, finding James Milner. Milner trying to find Luis Diaz. I think Luis Diaz needs to do much, much better right now because so far I haven't seen anything that kind of thing which he did last season. He needs to be more into the play. Remember, guys, Sadio Mane has left the club and he plays for Bayern Munich now. So Luis Diaz has to understand that he has to support Salah as well as Darwin Nunes. He has to do much, much more. He is the real key for Liverpool right now. And we are just 30 seconds away before this time finishes. We will definitely get some of the stoppage time, like 2 minutes. So right now it seems that the ball goes out. So 3 minutes given for stoppage time right now. Alexander Arnold passing it to uh, we are just 2.5 minutes away. Liverpool, can they get an equalizer? Let's see. So far, we haven't seen any evidence. Right now, Crystal Palace with an important throw in. Ball comes to Alexander Arnold, puts a cross in, and the ball goes out. Comes to Fabinho, comes to Alexander Arnold. Alexander Arnold pushes it out towards Luis Diaz. Crystal Palace making that important block. Comes to Liverpool, comes to Crystal Palace, back to Luis Diaz, comes to Alexander Arnold. Arnold finding Salah and Guehi with an important clearance over there, with an important block, gets a pat on the back from Guetta. And Alexander Arnold has been deadly with his passes over there. And you can see his passing range is quite extensive, quite visionary, quite brilliant, and you can understand the reason why he is one of the best passers right now currently in this world. And cross comes in, headed by Phillips. When gets to the end of the ball, comes to Elliott. Elliott finds Darwin Nunes, takes a shot with and almost hits the post. Almost Liverpool getting the equalizer. Virgil van Dijk tries to take the shot, couldn't get clear it, and Liverpool are down on their luck. Darwin Nunes hitting the post, and this was the best chance that Liverpool had. I think this was even better than Mohamed Salah, and Virgil van Dijk slipped over there, couldn't take the chance over there. So best chance for Liverpool right now, you could say. So, guys, it's gonna be halftime right now, and it's Liverpool nil and Crystal Palace 1. So it's halftime. You can guys catch a break, and we will be back in a short break. See you in a few bits. Right now it's Liverpool nil and Crystal Palace 1, and it's halftime. So we'll be back in a few seconds. Right, guys, we are back, and the second half will commence right now. So the match has restarted. Crystal Palace taking the lead, and Liverpool have to get back into this game. They have to make sure that they score. And right now, you can see Phillips with the ball. Let's see what can he do. He was the culprit in that Wilfred Zaha's goal. I'm sure that Jurgen Klopp would have explained to him that what he needs to do. Right now, Crystal Palace are going to be a little bit much more comfortable because they have got that lead and they would be looking for another one. And if they get another one, then that will create this pressure on Liverpool. So let's see what happens. Right now, Klein giving a chase. Robertson winning the ball back. Comes to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz puts the ball forward. Liverpool with 75% possession, 17 attempts so far. Nathan Klein looking to see what can he do over here right now, looking for an option. Passes the ball forward, and with a throw in, it's the referee who is having a word with Ward, and the throw is retaken. Wilfred Zaha giving a chase, and Virgil van Dijk stopping him with his strength. And Allison takes the quick free kick, gives it to Phillips. Phillips running with the ball, looks for an option, finds Alexander Arnold. He has plenty of options forward, gives it to Fabinho. Fabinho finds Salah to Darwin Nunes, chance, and Darwin Nunes tries to take the shot, but important block by Ward. He intercepts the ball. Right now, Liverpool still keeping the ball. Elliott running with it, and it's Decore who makes an interception, gives it to Wilfred Zaha. Wilfred Zaha has been fouled by Fabinho, and Crystal Palace take a quick free kick. Mitchell gets the ball, gives it to Eze. Eze running the ball, so is Mitchell on the left. Mitchell still keeping the ball, tries to find Eze in the inside, and right now Liverpool with an interception comes to Alexander Arnold trying to find Darwin Nunes and Luis Diaz. Guetta comes out and takes a shot. Robertson collects it, tries to give it across, but Decore again with an interception. This is quite intense right now, guys. The pace on the game is quite fast. You can see that Crystal Palace as well as Liverpool are on the case, and Ward with that important sliding interception. Liverpool are saying that it was a handball, but it did hit him right in this side of his body. So that's not a handball. And right now you can see Jordan Ayew is right now questioning the ref's decision that he was pulled down by Robertson, and he thinks that that should be a yellow card. But the referee holds a word with both of them, and nothing is going to happen. And Jordan Ayew still having a word with the assistant referee. Apparently, Jordan Ayew has been brought down by Robertson like this is the like fourth time. So he thinks that every time he gets a ball, he is being given excessive push by Robertson, and he thinks that enough is enough. Right now, ball is being put long. Darwin Nunes trying to get to the end of it. Crystal Palace put the ball long. Right now, Klein puts the ball in, puts it long towards Wilfried Zaha's direction. Phillips is giving a chase. Wilfried Zaha controls the ball and tries to come inside. Fouled by Phillips, but ref thinks that Zaha was looking for it, so he doesn't give anything. Mitchell tries to recover the ball, comes down to Fabinho. Wilfried Zaha wins the ball. Right now, Robertson running with the ball. James Milner has the ball with him. Comes to Darwin Nunes. Right now, you can see that it's Crystal Palace who are getting this intense pressure from Liverpool. But so far, they are quite relaxed in terms of sustaining that pressure from Liverpool. And you can see that Liverpool are getting desperate. Alexander Arnold passing it to Fabinho. Fabinho giving it to Phillips. Phillips to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Robertson. Robertson to Van Dijk. Van Dijk giving it to Phillips. Phillips pushing the ball outwards towards Alexander Arnold to Elliott to Alexander Arnold to Phillips back to Alexander Arnold, and Eze makes that important block. Zaha trying to win the ball back from Wilfried Zaha. Eze gets the ball and Jordan Ayew is on the counter attack, running with the ball. He still has the ball and at the edge of the box gives it to Decore. Back to Jordan Ayew. Ball comes to Nathan Klein. He gives it to Decore. Decore gives it to Schlupp. Schlupp trying to find Eze. Interception by Alexander Arnold. Schlupp puts the ball back to Guetta. And Crystal Palace trying to come back into the shape. Guetta puts it long towards Jordan Ayew. Robertson as well as Jordan Ayew jump. And Jordan Ayew is hit on the head. And Liverpool fans are not happy with Jordan Ayew. You can see the anger on Liverpool fans. Basically, his head hit the shoulder of Robertson and he's down on the floor and he is getting up. Virgil van Dijk not happy over there. Liverpool are getting quite frustrated with the antics of Crystal Palace. Referee is waiting for Jordan Ayew to get off the pitch with the medic. They will have a look that if he is not concussed. So Jordan Ayew gets back onto the pitch. Robertson gives the ball to Luis Diaz. Anderson intercepts it. The ball goes out for a throw in. Right now, it's Luis Diaz who puts the ball inside towards Fabinho. Fabinho back to Virgil van Dijk, giving it to Phillips. Phillips running with the ball, giving it to Alexander Arnold. Back to Phillips. Phillips pushing the ball towards Milner, but intercepted by Crystal Palace. Wilfried Zaha tries to recover it, but is unable to control, and he loses the ball away. Right now, ball comes to Allison. Allison to Fabinho. Fabinho right now on the ball, giving it to Alexander Arnold. Alexander Arnold pushing it towards Darwin Nunes. Darwin Nunes puts across in towards Diaz. Headed away by Anderson, comes to Salah. Salah keeping control of the ball. Mitchell isn't able to take the ball back. Comes to Robertson. Klein with an important block over there. Comes to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Robertson on the left. Robertson comes inside, gives it to Milner on the left. Milner with a cross. Goalkeeper collects it. 55 minutes have gone, guys. And Liverpool nil, Crystal Palace 1. Eze on the left, running with the ball. He has Wilfred Zaha running with him. Wilfred Zaha makes a run, and he gets it, and he tries to beat Virgil van Dijk, giving it to Eze. Still keeping control of the ball. Isn't able to keep it. Elliott recovers it. Elliott passes it to Robertson. On to the left, Robertson passes it back to Milner. Milner gives it forward to Robertson. Gives it to Luis Diaz, who comes back into his own half. Running with the ball right now, looking for an option. Gives it to Alexander Arnold on the right. Giving it to Salah on the right flank. Salah running with the ball, handled by Mitchell. Mitchell not giving away anything right now in terms of effort. He is so good right now, and you can see that again this time Salah is getting the ball from the deep left from the pitch. Mitchell is shadowing him pretty good. Gives it to Alexander Arnold. Milner makes that run deep inside, gives the cross in, and Crystal Palace play the ball away. Comes to Salah on the right, giving it to Elliott. Elliott to Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah giving the cross in, and overhead bicycle kick by Luis Diaz, and the ball goes out. Darwin Nunes having the word with the referee. James Milner pushing Darwin Nunes away. And he hits the player. Darwin Nunes headbutts Anderson, and I think there's going to be a red card. Darwin Nunes is off. Is it a red card? Or that's a red card for Darwin Nunes. He gets a red card. Red card for Darwin Nunes. And Liverpool are going to be intense pressure, and that wasn't good from Darwin Nunes. He has to learn to keep his cool. There you go, guys. Liverpool playing with 10 men. Crystal Palace have an advantage right now. Now they can take the game towards Liverpool. Henderson is getting ready, and I think it's looking that like Liverpool will make at least two changes. And Jordan Ayew again down, and you can see the hate coming from the stands of Liverpool to Jordan Ayew. Now Allison passing it to Phillips. Phillips to Fabinho, back to Phillips. So Phillips back to Van Dijk, back to Phillips, back to Alexander Arnold. Arnold to Phillips, Phillips to Fabinho, Fabinho to Salah, who couldn't keep control of the ball, comes to Milner, Milner back to Phillips, to Alexander Arnold. Phillips gets the ball back, gives it to Alexander Arnold. Arnold puts the ball over and towards Milner. Milner trying to give it chase. Comes to Guetta. Guetta puts it long. Comes to Phillips again. And Elliott collects the ball. Comes to Fabinho. Fabinho back to Elliott. Back to Alexander Arnold. Alexander Arnold giving it back to the goalkeeper. You can see that Alexander Arnold and Robertson are staying back. They are not going forward anymore. It's looking that Liverpool are trying to put over the long passes over the heads of the last defensive line of Crystal Palace. Luis Diaz right now giving a chase, gets to the ball, gives it to Milner. Milner back to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, excellent dribbling skills. Still with the ball. Takes a shot and scores a goal. Brilliant goal scored by Luis Diaz. One of the excellent goals that I've ever seen. And you can see the Liverpool Stadium rocking right now. And it's unbelievable. Liverpool score. There you go, guys. Liverpool scoring the equalizer. So it's going to be a substitution, double substitution, triple substitution taking place. Joe Gomez coming on as well as Smikas as well as right now the play has restarted. Crystal Palace running with the ball, but the ball goes out. Liverpool win a throw in. Liverpool, remember, guys, are playing with 10 men. Darwin Nunes was shown a red card and he's off. So Liverpool playing with 10 men at this moment. And Liverpool have just scored an equalizer right after that. And again, he's on the ball, trying to run with the ball, trying to keep control of the ball, showing his determination that he wants to win this game. But Liverpool concede a free kick, and Liverpool are trying their best to get that winner so far. Haven't seen Crystal Palace trying to get that composure again. They should try to do over here because they're playing with 11 men and Liverpool with 10 men. And you can see ball coming in long. Virgil van Dijk has taken the ball, passing it to Elliott and back to Alexander Arnold, back to Fabinho. Joe Gomez has come in. Right now, Liverpool have won a free kick right at the edge of the box, and Liverpool are currently on top of Crystal Palace. Smikas has been fouled by Edward. Guys, there's a new poll running right now. Would want to know, do you think Liverpool can win with 10 men? There's a new poll up. If you guys can please let us know, can Liverpool win with 10 men? Please give in your votes in the poll. Right now, Guehi is on the ball. Passing it forward, comes to Edward, gives it to Decore, but Fabinho wins the ball, gives it to Smikas, back to Fabinho, back to Van Dijk to Henderson, Henderson to Gomez, back to Alexander Arnold. He has got Elliott in front of him, back to Henderson, Henderson to Gomez, Gomez gives it to Henderson, Henderson pushing the ball towards Alexander Arnold, trying to find Salah. So Salah and Luis Diaz playing as two strikers up front, and you can see the likes of Henderson, Fabinho, and Elliott playing in the midfield. So the formation is like 2-3-4, and right now Klein with Edward on the right flank of the pitch. Edward has a ball, brings the low cross in, and Ward tries to come inside to intercept, but fouls Luis Diaz, earns a yellow card. So we are into over 68 minute right now, and Crystal Palace trying to look for that winner, but it will be pretty hard for them. So let's see what happens. So a draw probability is 54% at this moment right now, whereas Liverpool have a 26% probability. Liverpool on the ball right now, pushing the ball forward, headed down by Guehi. Guehi to Eze. Eze running with the ball, still running with the ball. Comes to Fabinho, comes to Elliott, comes to Alexander Arnold, comes to Gomez, comes to Henderson, comes to Smikas. Smikas puts the ball long. Jurgen Klopp giving instructions from the sideline, and the Anfield is quite loud right now. You can see the fans are really, really making the sound heard. Alexander Arnold again on the ball, giving it to Fabinho. Alexander Arnold taking the shot goes off wide into the crowd, and the fans can't believe it. That was the best chance for Liverpool. Salah trying to push the ball, but Alexander Arnold was in an offside position. Takes the shot, but it goes off wide anyway. And again, Crystal Palace goalkeeper really nervous. And Joe Gomez tries to keep the ball, gives it to Henderson. Henderson back to Van Dijk, back to Joe Gomez. Gomez pushing the ball towards Elliott. Elliott passing it back to Gomez. Gomez still with the ball, gives it to Elliott. Elliott pushes it back to Allison. Allison gives it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk has the ball with him, pushes it forward long towards Luis Diaz, controls it excellently, but cannot keep it. Klein recovers it, pushes the ball out towards Edward. Edward has it, gives it towards Decore. Decore running with the ball, giving it to Eze. Eze laying it for Decore, fouled by Fabinho, wins the free kick, and Liverpool will have to defend right now. Virgil van Dijk getting his teammates right in the position, and Decore is trying to get up, and Wilfred Zaha, Schlupp, and Var having word with the ref. How come that wasn't a yellow card? And the referee is watching. You can see Diego Jota sitting on the bench with Matip as well as Thiago. The ball being putting out by Eze, giving it to Klein. Klein to Ward. Ward to Anderson. Anderson pushing the ball back to the goalkeeper. Guetta, will he put it long? He does put it long towards the left side. Mitchell heads it down, gives it to Eze. Eze has been handled by Gomez. Crystal Palace still keeping the ball. Comes to Smikas. So we are 17 minutes away. So let's see what happens here. Joe Gomez running with the ball. Henderson has the ball with him, pushing it long towards Smikas, gives it to Luis Diaz, to Smikas. Smikas running with the ball, gives it to Virgil van Dijk, giving it to Gomez. Gomez to Elliott. Elliott running with the ball, gives it to Salah. Salah has the ball with him. Alexander Arnold pushes the ball towards Salah. Salah running with the ball still and wins the corner kick. Smikas with the corner kick, and Crystal Palace put the ball out. Wilfred Zaha still running with the ball, and has been fouled, but the referee gives nothing over here. Luis Diaz has the ball with him, giving it to Henderson, giving it to Fabinho, back to Henderson, Henderson to Gomez, Gomez to Elliott, Elliott to Fabinho, Fabinho to Elliott, Elliott to Gomez, Gomez to Van Dijk, Van Dijk to Henderson, back to Gomez, Gomez finding Salah on the right, Salah running with the ball, Goes inside, trying to find Luis Diaz, but the pass wasn't that good. Comes to Eze. Eze keeping the ball, passing it towards Wilfred Zaha, but the ball goes out for a throw in. 15 minutes remaining, guys. 15 minutes remaining. Let's see what happens here. Right now, Crystal Palace on the ball, running with the ball at this moment. Liverpool clearing it away. Crystal Palace on the ball right now. And almost Wilfred Zaha scoring over there, and Corey can't believe it. So cannot Wilfred Zaha as well. That was the best chance Crystal Palace had to get the winner, and Wilfred Zaha should have done better over there. Liverpool had no chance, and right now there's going to be substitution, triple substitution by Crystal Palace and Patrick Vieira. Eze, Mitchell, and Decore are coming off, and it will be Will Hughes, Richards, and Milovojevic. Milovojevic will be coming on as well alongside Richards and Will Hughes. Eze has done pretty good in this match today. So has Mitchell as well. And Liverpool making another substitution and bringing on Carvalho, and Elliott goes in. He goes off. Gomez finding Luis Diaz, intercepted by Crystal Palace. So Crystal Palace bringing in two fresh midfielders with Will Hughes and Milojevic. Let's see what can they do right now to help Crystal Palace cause to get the famous win in an Anfield Stadium. Remember, Liverpool are playing with 10 men. Darwin Nunes getting a red card. Fabinho running with the ball. Let's see what can he do. Liverpool with a chance right now. Another clearance by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, Edward coming in. Zaha has a chance, but too much on the ball. So right now, Liverpool are trying their pretty best, and Luis Diaz was handled by Anderson. And right now, Van Dijk passing it to Gomez. Let's see what happens going forward. Right now, Liverpool with the ball. Fabinho pushing the ball forward. Right now, Carvalho on the ball. Smikas giving the ball inside. Right now, it's Van Dijk on the ball, giving it to Allison. Salah on the ball, and it's an offside. Liverpool fans looking quite right now, and chance for Liverpool, Smikas with a cross in. Salah takes a shot, almost scoring the goal. Goes wide of the post. 4 minutes remaining before 90 minutes come to an end. I'm sure that there will be a stoppage time. Substitution happening right now, and you can see Olise is coming on. Let's see what happens. Alexander Arnold pushing the ball forward towards Salah. Salah isn't able to keep the ball in. Goes almost into the stands. So, guys, please do give in your votes right now. Will Liverpool win with 10 men? What do you think? I think Mohamed Salah is going to have another chance. I think so. I think Salah will get a winner right now. I do think so. He will, because he is coming close, and the last chance was almost there. And let's see what happens. Alexander Arnold on the ball. Free kick to Liverpool. Let's see what happens. Cross comes in. Fabinho heads it. Comes to Smikas. Was it Smikas? Or it was Carvalho. And the ball goes off wide. And he hit the volley shot, but came close. But nothing happened over here. So let's see what happens. 5 minutes given for stoppage time. Let's see what happens here. Mohamed Salah getting frustrated. He was in an offside position. So let's see what happens. Crystal Palace fans looking quite eager. Let's see what will they get over here. Liverpool again with the ball. Comes to Henderson. Henderson looking for an option. Can he get that cross in? Let's see what happens. So the ref is going to say play on. And we are almost edging closer to the end of this match. Mikas gets a yellow card. Crystal Palace putting the ball long. You can see Oli's running with the ball on the line, still running, trying to give it across, but holds it. Crystal Palace right now having this intense pressure. They win a throw in. Liverpool have to be quite careful over here. They don't want to concede. Let's see what happens here. The ball goes out again. And chance for Crystal Palace, but they've missed it. That was another chance for Crystal Palace. Let's see what can Liverpool do over here. I think Liverpool will lose an important 2 points. The way he heads the ball out. Alexander Arnold trying to put in the cross again. Crystal Palace win the ball. Last 50 seconds remaining. Can Liverpool get anything over here? Joe Gomez stops the ball because there's a pitch invader. So there you go. A pitch invasion right now. And Jurgen Klopp not happy. Oli's running with the ball. Allison gets to the end of it. So Crystal Palace again getting the ball, putting it long, and will it be over? Referee is having a look at his watch. Ball comes in. Fabinho putting the ball long. And it's full time, guys. It's all over. It's all over right now. All done. Full time. So there you go, guys. It's all over. So, guys, please do subscribe to the channel. Press that like button. We'll be back for transfer news tomorrow. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully, there'll be more news to come in. It's Liverpool 1, Crystal Palace 1. Goal scored by Zaha for Crystal Palace and Diaz for Liverpool. Liverpool down to 10 men. Darwin Nunes earning a red card. So, it's all over. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in.